It was the 5th century BC when Rome revered a man, a hero of war, Gnaeus Marcius Coriolanus. His name echoed through the streets like thunder, his deeds the stuff of legend. A man who seemed invincible until he spoke too much. For 17 years, Coriolanus bled for Rome, his body a canvas of victory and sacrifice. And when the time came, he sought to transform that glory into political power. He needed only to show his scars, proof of his loyalty, his bravery, his love for Rome. The people were moved beyond words. Victory seemed certain. But then, he made a mistake. A mistake that changed everything. Arrogance took the stage. Coriolanus spoke again, but this time, his words betrayed him. He mocked, he boasted, he belittled. What had been admiration turned to anger. His once loyal audience now saw a man unmasked. Defeated in his bid for political power, Coriolanus returned to the battlefield. His heart consumed by bitterness and a vow for revenge against the common folk who had turned against him. Some weeks later, a large shipment of grain arrived in Rome. The Senate prepared to distribute the food to the people for free, but Coriolanus intervened. He argued against the distribution, claiming it would harm the city's interests. His words swayed several senators, casting doubt on the vote. Coriolanus did not stop there. He condemned the concept of democracy itself, advocating for the removal of the tribunes and the transfer of power solely to the patricians. The people's anger grew with every word. News of his speech spread like wildfire, inciting riots across the city. The Senate, fearing the wrath of the populace, eventually approved the grain distribution to calm the storm. The tribunes demanded that Coriolanus apologize to the people, but he refused. His silence now was not a weapon of power, but a shield of defiance, further enraging the masses. Coriolanus did appear one last time before the people, who listened to him in rapt silence. He started slowly and softly, but as the speech went on, he became more and more blunt. Yet again he hurled insults. His tone was arrogant, his expression disdainful. The more he spoke, the angrier the people became. Finally, they shouted him down and silenced him. The tribunes conferred, condemned Coriolanus to death, and ordered the magistrates to take him at once to the top of the Tarpeian Rock and throw him over. The delighted crowd seconded the decision. The patricians, however, managed to intervene, and the sentence was commuted to a lifelong banishment. When the people found out that Rome's great military hero would never return to the city, they celebrated in the streets. In fact, no one had ever seen such a celebration, not even after the defeat of a foreign enemy. Coriolanus had forgotten the most powerful weapon of all: silence. When you say less, you leave others guessing. When you say too much, you reveal your flaws. Even the greatest hero can be undone by his own words. Speak less, think more. Control is power. Always say less than necessary,